step above everyone around you. You are bright, brilliant, and glowing. You are the only one worth having around. When you tell yourselves these things, it's going to elicit, or it's going to push out a reaction from your body, right? And that reaction, funny enough, comes from your attachment to who you see yourself to be. So either your reaction is like, yeah, damn straight, keep going, or your reaction is something negative, or you feel like an urge to like stop or cringe or pull back and be like, oh, this guy is full of himself, this guy wants to say this, or why are they saying this about me, like why are they lying, etc. So these reactions are revealing your true nature as to who you believe you are. Now that's step one. Step one is noticing that realistically everything that you react to. So exercise one is to go and notice everything that triggers you, everything that holds you back. If you say, this man is the sexiest man I've ever seen, looking in a mirror, and you feel any hesitation to that, or if you say, I mean, you swap the genders, this woman is the most beautiful, most gorgeous, most sexy, most charismatic, most confident, in front of the mirror, and not in front of the mirror, just saying it about yourself. If you feel any cringe towards that, it's because you've got resistance in your character. So like realistically, your size, your weight, none of that has anything to do with your confidence. None of that has anything to do with your like how you show up into the world, right? Obviously you can be skinnier, you can look good, but if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe the things that people are telling you, you are closing doors off, and you're not experiencing your true reality. So what I want you to do, exercise one, is to start saying these things. And if they stop feeling like you're feeling anything, so it's like, oh, okay, this man is gorgeous, whatever, then you need to start upping the ante. This man is a Greek god cut from the sculptures. They sculpted statues that have lasted years after this man because he just looks that great. You need to start pushing it, and you can reverse the gender, you can say whatever you want. The point is, when you say things like that and you start pushing it and you feel the cringe, and slowly you normalize yourself telling yourself these things, you will be better at receiving compliments. You will be better at processing and showing up nicely in the world. And when you go through that process, sorry, my allergies are acting up, but when you go through that whole process of introducing something like this, it's just an affirmation, but technically everything you do, say, think is an affirmation, but you're just introducing this positive, high confidence speak, right? You're introducing high speak of yourself as a day-to-day thing, and slowly all the muck, all the little like negative beliefs in you will start to creep out, and it'll be like, no, you can't say that, you're too skinny, you can't say that, you've got belly fat, you can't say that, you got stretch marks, like all of these things. And I mean, two of those things were it for me. All of these things, they come up, their voices, they're the negative beliefs that exist within you, and like a cleanse, like this little bit of concentrated liquid that's just sitting there, you gotta dilute it with water, and you gotta keep diluting it, and eventually all of that muck, all of that like concentrated negativity will come out of you, and you will start to see everything as clear as like a glass of water with that positivity, right? But another question you can do, I mean, this is the way you can do it without even asking like, why is this happening? because there's nothing more powerful than denying that something even exists, right? Now, I know there's denial, and there's like a whole therapy thing on like, oh, if you're living in denial, it's bad. But the thing is, you're not moving away. You're not disacknowledging that you want the change. You are, if you're not disacknowledging the change, you are actually, you're still doing the work. You're just denying the current symptoms. You're denying all of the things that are happening now to pull you back into who you want to be. Because realistically, who you want to be can change in an instant. For people that went to war, in an instant, their lives changed, and they changed the fundamentals of who they were. It wasn't their choice. That's why PTSD is a thing. Like, things can fundamentally change you in an instant. But the thing is, you also have control of that. You have control to let it go. Some people find it in them to forgive people and let it go. Something that was sitting with them for multiple years, 10 years, 15 years. They let them go and they find that peace and freedom. So that's what I want you to understand is, when you are doing this kind of work, you're actually forgiving yourself. You're forgiving the side of you that said all of these negative things, that said it, thought it, and built up this belief. Even if someone else said it, it may have been a parent, it may have been a friend, they may have said, why you got stretch marks, why you got skinny legs, why you got this fat belly, why you got, I'm trying to think of all the possible things, why you got that kind of chin, you know, like, the thing is, all of these things that could have been said to you could have been brushed off in an instant. But what happened was, we acknowledged it. We made it real by believing it was real. Now, because we made it real and believed that it was real, we've done ourselves a negative, because now every time we think back to it, this little voice that believes it's true is going to come back and say, hey, no, come back. We're going to debate this. I believe that you are fat. I believe that you still have stretch marks. Look, see, if you look close enough, you'll see those stretch marks. I see you're skinny. I know you've been gymming, but I still see you're skinny. And that's how the mind gets pulled into different places, because you can't, the truth is, you can't be both. You can't be both those people. So it's always going to be a fight between one person and the other. It's going to be a fight between who you were before and who you want to become. So when you introduce something like positive speak, like affirmations and that kind of thing, it's actually a very hard thing to do, because you're fighting this internal beliefs that's saying, when you look in the mirror and you say, this man is cut like a god, he is shaped like the angels just chef kissed and slapped a sculpture and just, you know, made greatness. If you're saying that kind of thing and it's holding you back, and I mean, there's like a little bit in me there, but you gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta push it and say it of yourself, because realistically, that person that thinks highest of themselves, that highest version of yourself, the difference between you and them is just that they don't hold back. They don't think negative about themselves. They just believe in themselves. And this may be a bit of an outlandish way to just cultivate some belief in yourself, but it is the quickest way to build it. It is the quickest way to build it, and you'll feel it, and then slowly you'll feel, you know, I'm starting to get this thing. Then you'll hear compliments from other people, and then you'll start saying it to other people, right? There's different ways you can go about it. You can rush straight and start saying it to other people now. You can start saying it now and just push and relentlessly build that version of yourself that has that belief. I am a bodybuilder. I am shaped like a Greek god. You tell your homies that, they're gonna be like, okay, dude, what the fuck? But you're going to build a positive version of yourself that arguably is the most important version of yourself, that needs to exist, that needs to drive forward and be out in the world. So tell yourself, like, basically take these affirmations, see how your body reacts when you say these things, say it again until it becomes normal, and then increase the level of ridiculousness till you talk about yourself in like the third person, like a Zlatan Ibrahimovic, or like a WWE wrestler, or like a trying to think who else, anyone else, like completely full of themselves. Like just talk about yourself in that way, and then slowly you become magnetic. Slowly people around you start talking about you. They see that in you, they see that glow in you, and then they come towards you because people are like that. They're like, oh, okay, there's greatness in this. I want to be around that. I want to take some of that. I want a slice of that. And they crave that side of you. The world needs people like that, because the rest of the population is so pulled into themselves, so scared, so in this fear state, that they can't do anything, that they can't enjoy life. So this is the most important advice I could ever give, and it's really just the only way that you can suss out these negative beliefs, that you can sift through it and then slowly just pick it, like you're picking thorns out of, like if you ran in the bush and you got all these thorns on your shirt, like you're picking it one by one. Every time you say it, that's a rep. Every time you say it, I am greatness. Every time I see, like, you can even make it a game, right? The game version, I point something out. I see a tree. Oh yeah, that means I am 10% sexier today. I'm 100% sexier today because I saw that tree. That's how you build an unbreakable confidence. You build an unbreakable confidence by destroying the version of yourself that has any negative beliefs. And you just do that by changing how you think. You change how you think by adding in these little affirmations. You add these little affirmations, you sprinkle it out through the day, you play the game, you look at the tree, you say, I'm more beautiful today. I am more cut and muscular today. I am more loving today. I am loved. Every time I see a human being, I am loved. Every time I see a tree, I am loved. Every time I see a dog, I am loved. I feel love in the world. And that is how you overcome being lonely. That's how you overcome bad confidence. And that's how you overcome anything. You tell yourself you can do anything. I see these trees, I'm on track to be CEO. I see another tree, I'm on track to be CEO. You can feel the resistance in me. I'm on track to be CEO. I'm on track to be CEO. I am on track to be CEO. You see, you build it up, and this is one day. Next day, it's gonna be a game. I'm on track to be CEO. Oh, okay, tree, I'm on track to be CEO. I'm on track to be CEO. And it becomes so built into your head. You look at the thing, your thought comes out, I'm on track to be CEO. And then when you're having a random conversation at work, you start thinking, and it, like, situations just pull themselves to you. Your boss mentions something about CEO. Someone else says, hey, you're looking like a CEO. Or they say, hey, CEO coming up soon. Like, people talk and realize these things without you even having to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to change the way you think. And it's so powerful. It makes you become a different person. Realistically, you will see opportunities in nothing. You will see opportunities in trees. You'll look at a tree, you'll look at a dog, and you'll see opportunities, and you'll cultivate it. You will go so far if you can just implement this one thing. Honestly, this is the way you kill doubt, you kill anxiety, you kill all of that negative bullshit, because it is the same way that all of those things exist. All of those things exist because you saw someone say one thing to you, and then you believed it so strongly because there was so much emotion behind what they said to you. Like, oh, you got the ugliest nose I've ever seen in my life. And like, I love my nose. My nose is perfect. But a child told me that once, and it changed my confidence. So what you need to understand is you need to build it up. You need to say it. Otherwise, these things will latch on and stick into you. And you gotta do it. You gotta unwind it. I love my nose. My nose is perfect. It's sculpted. You could study this nose in a museum. You see, like, none of this thing of what people say matters. It's what you think, what you believe. That person will never even remember what they said to you, but you will give it so much emotion and attention because it hurt your feelings, and not forgive them and not forget about it, that you become something else, that you become a lesser version of yourself. So it's a long one, but this is to completely eradicate your self-doubt, how to make the world work for you, how to make life work for you, how to get your mind to work for you. And if you made it this far, then you're going far, because this advice, if I had it at a younger age, if I could raise someone with this advice, it would be life-changing, and it really is all that matters. Peace.